Another Friday assessment. Yes, yes, yes. Come on in, come on in. Yes, this is the Friday that you assess. This is the Friday that you are going to be better. This is the Friday that you have made the conscious decision that I'm going to be better than I was yesterday. I'm going to be better than I was when I went to sleep last night. Look, that's how serious this thing is, because there is something greater on the inside of you. It only needs to be stirred. It only needs to be activated. Why? Because we call it lying there dormant, but it's active and it needs to be activated. It needs to have an assignment. That means that you needs to give it an assignment. Yes, all the king's men, come on in. It is the Friday assessment. This is the day that we look at the areas that we're experiencing success and where we're not experiencing success. Yes, I purposely did not say failure, because you are not a failure. Look, that's why you come in and do the Friday assessment, because you have not been experiencing the success that you saw. You have not been experiencing the success that you know that God told you that you should be experiencing. So come on, and we're going to get it together. We're going to join together, and we are going to do this Friday assessment. Yes, so come on in. I want to let you in on something today. Look. This is part of the Friday assessment, because when we do the Friday assessment, often things are uncovered. And that's the whole purpose of it, is so that you get in the mirror, that you can talk to yourself. Because oftentimes when you get in there and talk to yourself, you hear something that you may not be familiar with, and it's your own voice. Look, it's not until you get by yourself and you start talking to yourself that you really hear your voice. Because why is that? Because you're so used to speaking and listening to others regurgitate back to you that you don't even listen to what you're actually saying. And then you're not actually listening to digest what somebody else is saying, so that you become the person that God has designed and destined and called for you to be. So all the kings, man, I'm here to let you in on something. You got power. You got power. Let me tell you something. You got power from the day you were conceived. What do I mean conceived? From the time that the seed came into contact with the egg, and that was this explosion that took place, and your name was put on it. God created you from that moment. He had you in the mind at that moment. So when you were conceived, he started orchestrating, because what he told Jeremiah, before you was formed in your mother's womb, I knew you. That means that egg had an assignment, that sperm had an assignment to come together to form you. So therefore, because God had you on his mind, and then if I go back to Genesis 1, he said that you were created. He said, let us create man in our image. That means that you were giving and power. That means that you were giving power at that moment. That means that you were empowered to go out into the world and subdue. He said, and to multiply. And then when we go over there, we walk over there to Deuteronomy, and we see that those men were actually starting to experiencing a level of success. And he said, don't forget the one that gave you power to get wealth. Oh, look, I told you, you have been given a power. Look, and then you were empowered. You were empowered. So look. What I'm saying is that you got power from the time before you was even conceived, and you were empowered. So that is something that we must do. And what we have to do in order to actually exercise that, I'm going to walk from the beginning of the Old Testament. I'm going to walk all the way over to the New Testament, where Paul was telling Timothy, you got to stir up the gift that was given, that was put inside you from the laying on of hands. There were gifting, talents, and callings put on inside you, but it's up to you for the stir. You got to stir up the gifting, the talents, and the calling. You got to stir up the power that's been put on the inside of you. Look, I'm guilty. That's why I'm falling in line with you this morning. This word spoke to me mightily, that I have been giving power. I am empowered. Now I got to stir. Look, those men went stirring, said, I got to find out what my gift is, what my calling is, what my talent is. There are things that we have been gifted to do, but we got to stop running from it, because oftentimes we get consumed with what society is doing, consumed with what people around us is doing. And you're not being the chain breaker. You're not being the chain breaker that you was designed to be, that you was created to be, even before the conception. Ah, listen to what I am saying. All those disruptors, they was disruptors because they refused the status quo. They said, I am going to stir up the gift that was put on the inside of me, and I'm going to pursue. All the king's men, all I'm telling you today is to pursue the power, pursue the gift, pursue the talent that's been put on inside you, because you have been empowered. You have been given power to make an impact. You have been given power to get well. So don't think that it's not on the inside. It's not outside. It's not outside. It's on the inside. It's in here. It's in here. And it's coming out of here. It's about to produce. So you just need to activate by stirring up. You might be saying, how do I stir up? That's where you're going to find out in the Friday assessment. You're going to get away from all the noise, and you're going to start to talk. You're going to start to meditate. You're going to say, God, you gave me power to get well. And then all these thoughts and things are going to start to rush back at you. And then you're going to start to see more clearly the things where you was getting excited, the things where you were excelling, but you said you got distracted. You got distracted by that thing. You got distracted by that person. You was well on your way and you got distracted. All I'm saying, all the king's men, let's refocus this morning. Let's refocus this afternoon. Let's refocus tonight. Whenever you may be watching this, refocus, really look, take a deep look at yourself, get by yourself, take a deep look and said, this is me. This is the one that I have been looking for. This is the thing that I need to stir. So all the king's men, I come, and my prayer today is that you were blessed, that you have been moved to action by something that you heard today. So please like, tag, share, drop a line, drop a comment. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what's going on, because I want to connect with you, all the king's men. I want to make an impact. I want us to make an impact. I want us as a community of men to make an impact. All the king's men, I thank you once again for joining in. My prayer that you were blessed. My prayer is you have a blessed day, blessed weekend, and blessed week. Be coming to next time. Be blessed.